common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Cats and Cosby on 77 WABC.
I think we have Joe Concha on the line.
Absolutely.
You want to bring him in?
Yep, absolutely, John. Fox News contributor, media and politics columnist, and he also is the author of a big best-selling book, Progressively Worse, Why Today's Democrats Ain't Your Daddy's Donkeys. And you know what? I think we have a little music, actually, to bring you in, Joe.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
We're playing that because that's sort of a
song for the DNC tonight.
Yes, exactly.
All happy talk, happy songs, all nonsense.
Yeah, all nonsense.
Joe, what do you think?
Cats, I got some stats for you, okay?
Oh, wait, that rhymes.
Night
That's
3,
good.
DNC, 87 mentions of Donald Trump, 1 mention of inflation.
Larry called me and told me that, too.
Oh, really? Okay, I was just on with Larry. So,
we saw you in action.
We were watching.
We were watching, taking notes.
We were cheering you on, but you're right. It hits a great point, Joe, because it's like everything is Trump, 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 and where's the policy?
all foam and no beer, Rita. All hat, no cattle. This is the Festivus of conventions. Are you guys Seinfeld fans? Do you watch the show?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Okay. This is the airing of grievances, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. It's all about Trump as if he's the incumbent. They talk about, oh, the pain you're feeling. Day one, if you elect us, we'll solve inflation. We'll solve wages going down. We'll solve the border being overrun. This is the biggest gaslighting exercise I have ever seen. And I think, guys, quite frankly, it's going to backfire big time because I don't see the balance happening here, Cats.
You know, the question is...
Who did I have a dollar bet with yesterday?
Oh, it was Rich Lowry. Is he going to do a dollar with Joe?
A dollar bet. I don't think she's going to show up for the debate. She can't handle it.
I was just about to say that. That's so funny. I was just about to remind you of that bet. What do you think about that?
Well, you know, if you take Kamala Harris out of teleprompter, and let's face it, guys, she is the Ron Burgundy of candidates, right? Whatever you put in the teleprompter, Kamala will read. If you take her out of it, and she actually, for 90 minutes, has to defend, you know, price fixing, for example, or abolishing ICE, for example, or sanctuary cities, for example, she can't defend those policies in any coherent way. So she'll say, Donald Trump is a convicted felon, therefore I cannot be on stage with him. I'm with you. I'm 50-50 if she shows up at this point.
Ed Cox.
Joe, even on the teleprompter, it's about gauging, not gouging.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She couldn't figure that out, right?
Excellent point. Well, Katz, you actually, you've made your fortune, obviously, WABC, but also in running supermarket stores. 1% to 2%, right, is the profit margin for most supermarkets. So if you fix those prices, like what happens there? I don't know.
Joe, I'm going to give you a quick. You gave me
the DNC.
I'm going to give you. You gave me quick numbers. I'll give you quick numbers. Every Rite Aid store has closed up in New York City and in New York City area. CVS's are closing up. Walgreens is closing up 2,700 stores out of their 7,000 something. I mean, our sales are down. You know why? Customers don't want to say, can you unlock the toothpaste for me?
Right.
I mean, the sales have to be down. The old adage was it's 1.5% in shrinkage because people steal and things get lost. Well, now between shrinkage and security, it's 6%. So if you have a 2%, if you make 2% margin and now you're losing 6%, what's the number come out to?
I would say trouble.
Comes out to close,
so I'm
close stores.
I'm willing to do an audit when anybody wants to do an audit as well if they pay me back my losses.
You heard it there, Joe. You heard it.
It's unbelievable. And you watch this over at the DNC talking about joy. What joy is there in this country? 76%, poll came out today, 76% of the American people do not believe we are going in the right direction. Yet they portray themselves, I don't know what's going on here, guys, quite frankly, because again, the country, in terms of inflation, wages, the border, 12 million people coming in, terrorists coming into the country, education scores at a 30-year low. This gaslighting is overwhelming, and the media continues to push it. But I think in the end, once that debate happens and Donald Trump exposes Kamala Harris, if she shows up, that's the ball game, guys, just like it was for Joe Biden on June 27th.
What about Joe Concha? Also, the media pushing to do an interview. I mean, she hasn't even done a sit-down interview. The only thing was her and Tim Waltz talking.
No, there's a big
tacos.
interview between her and Waltz.
And Waltz's dog was interviewed, too.
It was a terrific, in-depth, hard-hitting interview.
It was rough, not rough.
I've never seen anything so compelling in my entire life.
It was gripping. But, what is going on as we're sitting there? The media, Joe, I mean, here we are. We're members of the media. You're like, I want to throw a shoe, throw something at the TV set, because it's like, ask the hard questions. When are they going to put her? Because that may happen before or after the debate.
Other than Bill Clinton's speech, I put on Hogan's Heroes to watch. Other than
that. Well, good for you. You're the lucky one, John. You're the lucky one.
You'll see Liz Cheney at Mar-a-Lago poolside before you see Kamala Harris doing a press conference.
Oh my God!
That visual is really hard to get out of my head, but
that's great.
That
you know
is.
What I mean.
Before we let you, before we let you go, Joe.
Seriously,
you have a big event coming up. Tell us real quick. You got something in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, Little Point Books, Point Pleasant, New Jersey. It's going to be great for my new book, Progressively Worse. It's going to be awesome. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Point Pleasant. Show up. We have a keg apparently is going to show up as well. We're going to have some fun.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a good time. Maybe Liz Cheney will show up.
Oh, God, no. Please, God, no. Thank you, guys. I appreciate having me.
Joe Concha, enjoy the weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Jeff.
Good luck
Thanks,
tomorrow, too. Thank you very much.